Greetings. My name is Michael DeBishop. I am the Professor of Pharmacy Law at the Medical College of Wisconsin School of Pharmacy. Thanks for subscribing to our MPJE review for the state of Wisconsin. This video will introduce you to the course and give you a few tips and tricks about how to navigate it and use the content appropriately. I'd like to thank and acknowledge all the folks who have contributed and who you'll see within our course as instructors. We have several past and current MCW students who have contributed time and effort to make this a great course for you. So in addition to myself, you'll see all the individuals here on the screen. And so thanks everyone. The content of our course has been created with the NABP MPJE blueprint in mind. Now, this blueprint has been recently revised for 2003 and includes the 4 areas that you see here: licensure and personnel, pharmacist practice, dispensing requirements, and pharmacy operations, all of which are covered within this course. I encourage everyone to review the blueprint details on the NABP website. A few disclaimers before we begin. First of all, we try to ensure all the information in the course is as accurate and up-to-date as possible. However, the original source, which is the statutes and regulations, is always the definitive reference for Wisconsin law and the definitive study source for the MPJE. Myself and the other authors have no control over MPJE content or questions, so we try to anticipate as best we can based on the blueprint, but the MPJE content and questions are the province of the Pharmacy Examining Board and NABP. Of course, each of you are responsible for ensuring that you're adequately prepared for the MPJE. Okay. Finally, the information in this course is intended for educational purposes only and is not intended as any legal advice. So let's review how to use this course and how to use the Moodle site that it is located within. Course materials can be found on the Moodle site that you're currently on. Site navigation should hopefully be intuitive. Click on a piece of content to access it. You can use the little arrows in front of each module to show and hide module content. Access to all content is available for 1 year from the date of purchase. Finally, if you do have any questions about using the course, feedback, or anything like that, please do not hesitate to contact me at the email address shown on the screen. The module contains a lot of law resource links. So these include things like DSPS and Pharmacy Examining Board websites, links to Wisconsin statutes and regulations, links to the DEA Pharmacist Manual, and many other law resources. They're provided for your convenience and referenced in each study guide in each module. Know that MPJE questions and content can come from any of these sources, and it's important that all MPJE takers know and be able to apply all pharmacy practice statutes and regulations. So our review course is arranged into 9 modules by general topic. They do follow sort of a progression. However, they can be accessed in any order at any time. Okay, so you can get to any of our 9 modules at any point. Each module contains 4 distinct types of learning experiences. We'll go over each of these. They include study guides, learning check quizzes, snapshots or videos, and companion questions. Again, quizzes that will help you apply the law. Our course is organized into 9 modules. They include Introduction to Federal Law, People and Organizations, Drugs and Controlled Substances, Prescriptions, Filling and Dispensing, Controlled Substance Dispensing, Institutional Practice and Other Settings, Advanced Practice and Miscellaneous Items, as well as Liability and Discipline. Each module contains a study guide. The study guide details the learning objectives for the module and consists of a series of questions and the location of the answer to those questions within important statutes or regulations. So these study guides are designed to engage you with the Wisconsin legal code and regulatory code in a logical progression and focus in on pertinent information. So they point you directly at sites in the either Wisconsin legal code or federal code or the DEA manual as well. So even though the study guides point you to these sites, it's still really important to know the statutes, regulations, and DEA manual very well. These study guides are recommended to serve as a basis for flashcards or other study aids as you may see fit, and they are downloadable for your convenience. Also within each module is the Learning Check quiz. So we recommend completing this after you reviewed the study guide. This quiz format provides general feedback, referencing back to the relevant statutes or regulations, and they're more comprehension focused. So they want to ensure that you understand what the law says. There are unlimited attempts for each learning check, so you can take it again and retest yourself to help you learn. We have two ways to access learning check questions. The first is in the quiz that you can click on through Moodle, and you will get all learning check questions for that module in a quiz. Also, learning check questions are embedded at points within the appropriate snapshot that they deal with. And so more about this in just a few slides. So you can access learning questions both on your own or on their own through the quiz links, but also encounter them in the videos. So onto our videos, which we call snapshots. These narrated lessons help to explain all the statutes and regulations that are important for MPJE. They provide additional and clarifying explanatory information to that is contained in the study guides. They help apply law to certain situations. Again, as I mentioned in the previous slide, they include embedded learning check questions in many of our snapshots. And you'll see these referred to in Moodle as SCORM packages. If you see that term, that means their snapshot contains embedded questions within. So when you click on a snapshot to access it, you'll be brought to the page for that snapshot. On the left-hand side, you'll see two buttons, either preview or enter. You can click either one of these to start the recording. Moodle doesn't keep track of the answers you provide within the snapshots. It will keep track of the answers you provide within the learning check quizzes itself, but not within the snapshots. So either preview or enter is okay. The video will come up on the screen and you'll be able to start the video. Make sure that both your computer or phone and the video volume within the player are at an appropriate level and turned on. Okay. Other controls include on the right-hand side, you can change the playback speed. You can increase it a little bit with that gear icon, and you can toggle full screen mode on or off with the associated icon there. Eventually in these snapshots, you'll get to a question, And when you do, you'll see a little box pop up that looks like this. It says take the learning check quiz, and some quiz questions will pop up over the video. So, and when they do this, answer the question and then click submit answers. You'll be taken through several questions at a time, and then when you're done, you can continue the video. When you get near the end of the video, you can either click the complete video blue button or simply exit the activity. We do have several video-only snapshots in our course. Again, for those videos, you can use the controls at the bottom of the video to play or pause the recording. Again, ensure the volume here and on your device is turned up and not muted. And finally, you can use the icon over on the lower right-hand corner of the video to toggle full screen on and off. Companion questions are what we call our more detailed application-based questions. So they're a little more application-based than learning check, may take into account several pieces of the law. They are usually situation-based. These are recommended to complete after going through the study guide and the snapshots. They provide detailed feedback for each response so that you'll understand why the correct answer is correct and the incorrect answers are not. So be sure that you're approaching all questions as if you were practicing in Wisconsin, just like the MPJE, and apply the appropriate federal and state requirements. Again, you'll have unlimited attempts at any companion question quiz, so you can retake these as many times as you like. After all the modules, you'll see the practice exam. So this exam is a sample of 120 questions that include the companion questions from previous modules, as well as additional challenging questions that have been created just for this practice exam. The 120 questions are similar to the amount of questions that you do get on the MPJE, with a time limit of 2.5 hours. There is forward progression only, and feedback is only provided at the end of the practice exam. So I encourage everyone to try this exam after going through the content of the course. For the practice exams, you'll see 2 question forms. One is for any law questions that you have if you are going through the content and would like to clarify a particular point or have questions on it or find a potential error. Please post in this question form on the Moodle site. I monitor this and will respond as soon as I can. If you have questions about the site or the using the course itself, there is also a question form for that as well. Always feel free to email me at mdebishop@mcw.edu, and I'd be happy to try and assist you in any way I can. We're always updating and improving, so if you notice any issues, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks for watching this course introduction. I hope you enjoy the course and that it is extremely useful for you in your preparation for MPJE.